morning, traders. How the devil are you on this slightly grey day? The sun is coming out. Today is Tuesday, the 8th of November, guys. And as always, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades. And we're also going to look at the important news for today as well. Before we get started, guys, just a few shout outs. Guys, if any of you are looking to open up a trading account, then we would like to introduce you to our brokerage partner. Yeah, and that company is Equity. So, guys, if you would like to benefit from excellent execution speeds, super tight spreads, low commissions, and a great support network, and you can open up a premium account with not as much capital as you think, then please use the link in the video description, guys. Yeah, so yeah, use them, open up account. I use them. Yeah, they're a great broker. Second thing, guys, yeah, we got a Discord channel. Our Discord channel is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It will be the size of China, Russia soon. So yeah, that is yeah, please come and join that, guys. You can share some great trade ideas in there as well. Thirdly, guys, our live stream tomorrow morning. Woohoo! We got our live stream 6:30 London GMT. Come join us for that. Get all of your questions ready, guys. Ask as many questions as you like, anything to do with trading, and we will answer all of them. All right, guys, so join us tomorrow morning for that. And finally, we got our mentorship program, guys. So if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then please drop us an email. Again, all the information is in the video description. All right, guys, so that's all the shout outs. Let's start with today's vid. So let's look back at yesterday's trades to start with. Let me have a quick drink of vodka. It helps me focus. Doesn't really. So guys, yeah, US dollar, Canadian dollar, guys. Yeah, this was the trade we were looking at, and we were looking to short this pair. So price was in an uptrend, yeah. And then it broke these lows, and then it was in a downtrend, okay? And then for me, it's just ranged ever since, yeah? It's just ranged between these two grey zones, all right? But then, yeah, we had this candle, yeah? This super bearish candle that broke out of this box of indecision, if you like, breaking these lows. So we've had a structure change to the downside. We've got a super bearish candle. So the idea was just to follow this momentum down to this blue line or even this blue line, guys. All right, so that was the idea. Let's take a look at H1 to see how we could or if we could get in on this pair. And for me, I couldn't, guys. Yeah, so the question here was, where would it retrace to? And it looks like this H1 structure has held. Yeah, so H1 structure came down, yeah, lower highs, and these highs have held basically, guys. Yeah, this area here. And then we get this candle. Yeah, and normally, guys, this would be a perfectly good entry candle for me to enter. But as you know, my regular viewers will know, my first target is always the last H1 low, which is here. Okay, so the risk to reward just didn't make sense, guys. If I entered on the close of this candle, put my stop above here, and this is my reward, that would be a crazy, mental, stupid, silly trade. Yeah, so although this told me sellers are in control, it just didn't make sense as a trade, guys. All right, so I didn't get into this trade. What I want to see today, this would still be a trade idea, but what I want to see today is this is a break below this box. Yeah, so price is in this zone, not really going anywhere. So what I want to see is a break of this box today, and then we can start taking price lower. But for me, no trade yesterday, guys, but let me know how you traded it. Would love to hear from you. Next trade from yesterday was this. This was Bitcoin against the US dollar. And obviously, guys, we were seeing a bit of US dollar weakness off the back of last week's news. So, guys, this grey zone was the all-important grey zone, yeah? So it's been using this as once resistance, okay? Yeah, and then eventually it broke this grey zone with this candle here. And as soon as we see this candle, guys, we've had a structure break. Yeah, we've got higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Yeah, and as you can see, guys, this important grey zone has been holding, and then we got this candle form, which also broke these highs. Okay, so we was in an upward structure, an uptrend, and we had a bullish candle. So the idea was just to come from one of our grey zones and take price back up to here. All right, but let's look at the H1 now, guys, to see if we could get in on this trade. And I could, and it was an unsuccessful trade, unfortunately. So yeah, so a couple of things, guys. I like to be with H1 structure. So this is why I was happy to take this trade. But as you can see, price came up and then it was using this last low here as an area of support. And then when price came back down to our grey zone, yeah, we got this candle, but this doesn't tell me buyers are in control. And also this candle has broken these lows. Yeah. So remember, I love to be with H1 structure. Yeah. And this red candle here broke H1 structure. Okay. But then, guys, then we saw this. So we come down, we've broken H1 structure, but then we just sort of got a bit of indecision. Yeah. And then we got a break. So this candle here broke all of these last highs here. So for me, H1 structure had changed again, and we were back with the H1 structure. So this gave me the impetus to enter this trade, guys. All right. So if we zoom in, I entered, not much of a zoom in. I entered on the close of this candle. I put my stop. It was below this swing low here, so around here. And then the idea was, first of all, take it back up to these highs, close 80%. And then leave 20% to run. But as you can see, guys, my stop got taken out with this candle here. Okay, guys, so yeah, unsuccessful trade on Bitcoin, US dollar. Guys, we will have days like this. You will have losing trades. Just follow your money management, no problem. Yeah, but a losing trade here, guys. Today, this is still in an upward trend. It'll be interesting to see what happens around this grey zone. If we start getting a H1 structure break upwards, again, I would look for this to long this pair. Okay, so that was Bitcoin US dollar, guys. Unsuccessful trade there. And then the last idea was this. This was pound against the Aussie dollar. So what we were seeing here, guys, was a reaction at a weekly zone. So this grey zone here was a weekly area of resistance. Okay, so price came up clearly in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. But this weekly resistance was holding. And then eventually, guys, we got a break. We got a break below this low. Okay, so day chart was then in a downward trend, a downward structure. Okay, so what I was looking for, guys, was just to retrace into this grey zone and then a continuation downwards. All right. Again, guys, as you can see, we didn't get this, but let's take a look at the H1 now, guys, to see if we could get in on this pair. And yeah, and the answer for me is no, I didn't. All right. So yeah, when price obviously gapped up at the market, yeah, and I don't start looking at this pair till around this time here, guys. All right. And then we just don't really get a bearish enough candle to start entering this pair. So we do get this candle, guys. Yeah, we get this candle here. Yeah, which formed at 11 o'clock, depending on where you are in the world. But yeah, at 11 o'clock, guys, we had this candle here. So this was potentially an area, a candle we could start shorting from. Okay. But guys, I've been using M15 as another level of confluence to give me confidence to enter the trade. So if we look at this candle on the M15 chart, yeah, so it was basically this candle, yeah, around here, guys, yeah. So the candle formed around here. And then what I'm looking for is a breakdown of M15 structure. And we just don't get it. So price was in an uptrend. Okay. And then it just keeps this low here, never breaks. Yeah, it never breaks. We get this candle, but it never breaks this low. I might have started entering if we got an M15 structure break. Yeah, but we just didn't, guys. So again, the M15 has kept me out of trouble. So use this technique, guys. Use the M15 to just give you another piece of confluence and try to be within M15 trend. And as you can see, guys, it kept me out of trouble because we didn't get a downtrend and it just carried on in an uptrend. Okay. So, yeah, so no trade on US dollar, Canadian dollar or pound Aussie dollar and a bad trade on Bitcoin, guys. So, yeah, those were the free trade ideas. Let's take a look at today's trades now. So guys, yeah, not a great day yesterday with yesterday's trades, but I still hope you enjoyed the recap and learned something. If you did, then please come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, guys, and also smash the like button. Merci beaucoup. It really helps support the channel. We appreciate it. Right, guys, so we're going to look at the trade ideas for Tuesday, the 8th of November. Before we do, guys, a few shout outs. So, guys, if you're thinking about opening up a trading account, then why not use the same broker that I do? And that broker is Equity. Okay, so if you want excellent execution speeds, super tight spreads, low commissions, a great support network, and you can open up a premium account for not as much equity as you think, then yeah, please email us. We'll send you a link and then you can open up an account, guys. Yeah, all the information is in the video description. Okay. Secondly, Discord channel. Join our Discord channel. Loads of experienced traders in there sharing their ideas and everyone learning from one another. This is a beautiful thing. So do that, guys. Also, tomorrow, the live stream. Get all of your questions ready, guys. Ask as many questions as you like tomorrow, 6:30 London GMT. Join me for the live stream. And finally, guys, our mentorship program. If you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then please email us. Again, all the information is in the video description. Okay, trades for today. We've got 4 trades for Tuesday, the 8th of November. And we're going to start with a couple of euro US dollar pairs. I've cherry picked 2 of them. Yeah, but there were potentially others because obviously we're seeing a lot of US dollar weakness, guys. And one of our regular Discord members, yeah, Ride the Wave. He always asked. He was asking about, where are the banks, where are the hedge funds, where are the big sharks entering the market? Why are we seeing this US dollar weakness? So, if we just looked at last week's news, it wasn't that bearish for the dollar. Yeah, we had some non-farm payrolls were better than expected. The interest rate was as expected, but the dollar has still found real weakness recently. So you can't help but think the big boys are getting involved and pushing price up. Yeah, the truth is you don't actually know. Yeah, it's all speculation. Yeah, you'll get 1,000,001 YouTubers saying, oh, the hedge funds are going to do this, the big banks do this, buy like the big banks do. Yeah, and they don't really know where these enters. I know there's lots of talk of them doing stop hunting and liquidity grabs. Yeah, that is a thing. Yeah, I get it, but you still don't know when they're going to enter. Okay, so they do get involved, of course they do, but we don't know where. But if we look at euro US dollar, yeah, even with all these bearish candles coming down to this level here, yeah, sellers are in complete control. There was a lot of news that should have made the dollar bullish, yeah, but instead we get a huge bullish reaction. Okay, so you can't help but think there were some big buy orders sitting in here. Yeah, so perhaps some of the big boys got in here. Yeah, but you don't know. But to have a reaction like this on the back of, you know, good good US data, yeah, is unusual. So you can't help but think a few of the big boys are sitting in here and there were some buy orders. But also, guys, we have to remember this is in an uptrend. Yeah. So price will want to continue the trend. Yeah. And this was clearly in an uptrend. Yeah. And then we continue to be in that uptrend. Yeah. Until we start seeing breaks of these lows, we are still in an uptrend. Okay. So, yeah, obviously, hedge funds, banks get involved and drive price where they want. Where they do that from, difficult to tell. Obviously, you know, liquidity grabs, stop hunting, whatever you want to call it, that is a thing because they need to generate enough orders for them to place their large orders. But the truth be told, guys, we don't know. All we can do is see these big moves in the market and follow them, follow the winds. If you think of hedge funds and the banks as the wind, we will follow the wind. All right. So, yeah, just follow this candle or candles back up to these highs. All right. So, yeah, and this is a trade idea for today, guys. So euro US dollar, for those reasons I explained, we are in an uptrend. Yeah. We broke out of this triangle that was an important triangle for this pair. And then price came back down, sort of tested these lows here. And then we've had a super bullish reaction, yeah, a couple of days ago and yesterday. Yeah, so this bullish euro US dollar momentum is still there. This US dollar weakness is still there. Okay, so the idea is just to come from this grey zone back up to these highs, guys. That's just going to be our first target. All right. So, yeah, looking to buy euro US dollar. If we drop down to the H1 chart, yeah, this is our grey zone. So it's a messy chart. Like I say, from the other day, we had a lot of these gap ups and gap downs. And it just makes the chart a little bit messy, a little bit more difficult to read. And this is why we've got quite a large grey zone as well, guys, because we've got these lows, we've got this high, we've got potentially this high here. So, yeah, this is a grey zone that we're looking at. So price could retrace into this grey zone. We get a bullish reaction, guys. We take price back up to the last H1 highs, close 80%. This is how I roll, and then leave 20% to run. So that's the first idea on how to trade this. The next idea, guys, is just to trade with H1 structure. So just follow H1 structure, yeah, back up to this. Oh, sorry, I haven't been drinking. That was just a bad line. So follow this H1 structure, you know, perhaps back up to this blue line, even if you entered here or a H1 break, long as your risk to reward makes sense. Yeah, so just follow H1 structure up to this blue line, guys. Okay, but this grey zone is an area it could react in upwards. All right, so euro US dollar, we're looking to buy this pair. The next one is this. This is the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. And this was a trade idea from yesterday and still remains a trade idea because not much has changed, guys. Yeah, we were in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, didn't create a higher high, broke these lows, so technically in a downtrend, but then since then price has ranged. Okay, just been ranging between these two grey zones, but then eventually this bearish candle breaks these lows, guys. Yeah, you see it breaks these lows. So we've had a structure change. We've got lower lows. We've got a bearish candle. So the idea is still just to come from our grey zone and take it back down to this blue line or even this blue line, guys. Okay, so let's look at the H1 now to see how we can trade this pair. So this is the grey zone this grey zone here is the grey zone that corresponds with those daily lows. But also, guys, what we're seeing on the H1 is prices in a downward trend. We like this, yeah? But now it's sort of just ranged and doesn't know what to do with itself. But these last highs here have held. Okay, so this is good news. But what I want to see, guys, is this. This has basically become a box of indecision. Yeah, I mention this many times to my regular viewers. If we see a box of indecision, we just need someone to tell us who is in control. So when we get this box of indecision, what I would want to see is a bearish candle break out of this zone. All right. Yeah, quite a strong bearish candle break below this box of indecision. Then we can start looking for shorts, guys. If price comes up and starts breaking out this way, I'm not interested. Yeah, not interested, because my view of the day chart is to short this pair. So if we start seeing upward movement, yeah, not interested, guys. But if we get a break below this box, I'm happy to enter. All right, guys. So US dollar, Canadian dollar, we're looking to short that pair. The next trade idea is this. This is the euro against the Aussie dollar. So this has been a funny pair, really, because it seems like it wants to keep going lower, but then price keeps holding on to these lows. Yeah. So if these were the last lows here, yeah, even with this wick here, price has held these lows. We have not had a structure break on the day chart, not yet. Okay. And let's go to the weekly chart, guys, now, because this is a bit of a weekly play as well. So price is clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, we've got higher highs. Yeah, and this area here, these last highs, yeah, have become an area of support for this pair. So price has come up, retested it. Potentially we have room back up to these highs. So the weekly chart makes sense to us, and the daily chart, as I explained, guys, yeah, these lows here, let's draw in a grey zone. These lows here still haven't broke. Yeah, as you can see, these lows are still holding. All right, so yeah, we can still look for longs, guys, on this pair for those reasons, and take price potentially back up to this grey zone. Let me move this blue line. This is an old blue line. Yeah, so we just want to take price back up to this blue line. So, guys, let's take a look at the H1 now, because that's always our execution time frame. Let me remove this large rectangle. So, again, guys, we're with H1 structure, and we like this. We're with H1 structure. So, yeah, we can just trade according to H1 structure. Yeah. And try and hide behind the last swing lows. All right. But what could happen is also price comes back down, tests these last H1 lows here. We get a bullish reaction, take price back up to this level, close 80%, and then I will let 20% run all the way back up to them highs, guys. Yeah, so people ask me, are you an intraday? Are you a swing trader? So I'm an intraday trader with a swing point of view, if that makes sense. So I close 80% of my trade, usually within a few hours. Yeah, so that's intraday. But my remaining 20%, guys, I'm just going to let run. So that's a swing trade. So a bit of both is the answer to that. But with Euro Aussie dollar, yeah, just stay with this H1 structure and take price upwards. If price again starts breaking down here, not interested. Okay, the fourth and final idea is this. So let's start with a weekly chart here, guys, because this again is a bit of a weekly play. So it's a weekly play, guys, because we're seeing price, yeah, come back up and react at this level here. What was once support, yeah, is now acting potentially as resistance. Okay, and we can take price lower. So on the weekly chart, we're coming up to a very interesting level. We do have a bullish candle. Yeah, you must be aware of things like this. We do have a bullish candle, so we need to see price breakdown. If we go to the day chart, guys, yeah, it's literally come up. Yeah, this is that weekly grey zone that I was talking about. And this was also a target because we were buying this pair at one point. So this blue line was a target that eventually got hit. I remember closing 20% at this level. All right, but now it's hit this level. I now want to see price breakdown. Admittedly, we haven't had a bearish reaction yet at this grey zone. So instead, I want to see a breakdown on the lower time frames. Okay. So if we go down to the H1, let's go down to the H4 first of all, guys. All right. So as you can see, price has been in an uptrend. You can see it's, slowing. Momentum for this trend is slowing. Okay. We're not really making higher highs here, and price is slowing down and contracting. This is a good indication that price could be breaking down. All right, if we go to the H1 chart now, and what we want to see is a break in H1 structure. And because of these gap ups, again, it's made it difficult to read. But yeah, we are still in a downtrend, yeah, because if you look at these candles, it's come down, we've got lower highs, yeah, it broke, yeah, and this it's just been ranging, but this level here, these last H1 highs are holding. Okay, but what I really want to see, guys, and what shape I'm seeing here is this. Yeah, we're seeing, I'm going to show you this quickly because we see these patterns all over the market. So we're seeing an ascending triangle. Okay, so two things could happen with an ascending triangle. Price could break out of this ascending triangle, use it as resistance, and then, as support, and then come back up. Okay, that's the first scenario. But obviously, guys, we're looking for shorts. So this could happen. Yeah, we see a break out of this triangle, retest, take price lower. Okay. So I am seeing this triangle form on the H1, but for me, guys, you could trade this, but to be extra safe and the trade become less risky, we could just see this as a box that needs breaking. Yeah, so what we want to see is a breakdown, a break of these lows. Yeah, price breaks out of here, retraces, or get a retest, and then we could come lower. All right, guys, so there's a few ways we could trade this pair, but we just want to see price continue to break down. All right, guys, so yeah, they're the 4 trade ideas for today. I hope, you've followed some of these ideas throughout the day, guys, and have a good trading day. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis, I hope you are, then come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash that like button, guys. Yeah, help support the channel. Right, news for Tuesday, the 8th of November. So nothing overnight, guys, and a pretty light news day. Yeah, if we carry on down, guys, you can see there's no 3-star ratings we're interested in until this one here at 5 o'clock. We've got a 3-star rating, and it's the short-term energy outlook. Okay, but other than that, guys, there's no real news of interest today. So yeah, you are free to trade. So that's it, guys. Vid finished. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a great trading day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.